Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today is Thursday. Wow, time flies. Or it's already Thursday. Is it? Is it Thursday? I think it is. My goodness, time flies. That's good. I guess I'm reasonably happy. Although I'm single guy, but well, that's fine. That's totally fine. Okay, so how far did we go with this yesterday? I do not know. Um, our goal still is, neural network, understanding neural network, but boy. So yeah, we ended up doing some inequality, right? Inequality. Okay, so we have this on this line. Okay, you plug in some numbers, and if it satisfies this equation of this line, then that point or each point is on this line. But if this dot, this point is outside this line, it's either then x is no longer equal to y. It's either y is bigger than x or y is smaller than x, right? So this below region, the two half of the two-dimensional space that is below this line, it satisfies this inequality, right? That's why equation equation defines a line. We're talking about two-dimensional space. All right. If it's a three-dimensional space, an equation represents what? A plane, right? In four-dimensional space, an equation defines uh, some three-dimensional whatever, I guess, right? Yeah. So you got the idea, okay? In two-dimensional space, equation defines a line, okay? In a three-dimensional space, equation defines a plane, okay? And in this two-dimensional space, if an equation involves only this first order terms, it's not x cubed or x squared, then it's a straight line. In a three-dimensional space, if an equation is this linear, there's no squared or cubic or cosine, none of that, then it's like plane, like straight plane, like even plane, okay? Yeah, it may have some angle like this, but yeah, we call them linear. It's a straight line or straight plane, even plane, instead of curve or curved line. That's non-linear. Okay, so linear equation easy, right? It's very easy. It's generic form ax plus by plus c equals 0. That's a linear equation. It's very useful. And linear, it could be line or it could be straight plane or some three-dimensional object, whatnot, right? Linear is easy, but it's at the same time it's something very useful. We introduced you to this very well-established field of linear programming, which is used in industrial engineering for optimization purpose. Okay, I think it's developed by some engineers. I forgot. I think it was developed in America. Okay, some company researchers, scientists, in a business setting. I think. Okay. So yeah, we continue this. Okay, we continue on this. It's a useful education. for you. Or if you already know what this is, yeah, we are approaching it from a different angle. So it's a good review. Just learning some different point of view. So it's all good whether you know it or not. Okay. Aside from this, let's talk some politics as a break. Let's take a break from mathematics a little bit. So, President Trump, his biggest mistake is, and also the biggest harm he's causing to America is this chauvinism. Chauvinism is extreme patriotism. Okay, now chauvinism meaning you're closing your country. It's like isolationism. Okay, so you don't want to trade with other countries. That's President Trump's chauvinism, and a lot of Americans like it because America the best. That's America as an idolatry. It's like American God, America as a God, Americanism. That's a very very bad for America because you are estranging all the other countries, and people other country will start to hate America if America goes this way, and then more Americans will die when they go on a tourism, or it's no good for us that we start hate other countries and other countries start to hate us. It's everybody goes down that way. So that's President Trump's biggest harm that he's causing to America. Okay, so that need to change, and he's not gonna change. If you give him 4 more years in 2020, no, he's not. He's only get worse. He will only get worse. He needs to be replaced, and I'm running for president. That's why I'm running for president because this needs to change, and nobody can change this like I can. All right, so I'm running for president 2020. Okay, so and yeah, chauvinism. Okay, so like blind, extreme form of patriotism. Like, my country is the best. All the other countries, they are shithole countries. So we're not gonna trade. That's the path to self-destruction. All right, so that's what President Trump is doing. Outsourcing is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Okay, so Ford Motor Company, General Motors Motor Company, Chrysler, whatnot, right? They building, factories in Mexico. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. Why? Because the labor is cheap there, and we are giving Mexico, Argentina, Brazil. We are giving them jobs. Okay, so we are helping other countries' economy, and that's a good thing. Why? Because if Mexicans get jobs, manufacturing jobs, then they don't have to deal drugs. And guess what? If they deal drugs, where do they? What's the biggest market for drugs? America. Okay. And they don't have to come to America and illegal immigration. They don't have to do that because they have Ford Motor Company job right in there in Mexico. Okay, so you have to understand this. Our country and other countries, we should never see other countries as our enemies. Never. Okay, you should see them as partners, trade partners. Okay, that's trade, international trade. There's nothing better than that. Because Solomon talks about this in the book of Proverbs or Ecclesiastes. Do you know how to make money? International trade. Okay, because grass is always greener on the other side. I grew up in South Korea, so if you are just born and raised in America, probably you don't know, okay, because you just live in America, right? But I have lived nearly half of my life in South Korea, so I have very different perspective on things, okay? When I grew up in Korea in 1980s, the very first McDonald's and Pizza Hut and Kentucky Fried Chicken came to our town, and we loved it. Okay? Why? Because something new. I still remember vividly. The very first McDonald's hamburger, it was magical. It was fantastic. We all loved it, okay? Because something new. Because we are all fed up with all rice and kimchi. We eat that shit every day. Noodles. Oh, come on. Give me some American food, okay? So, yeah, we of course we love it. So international trade is always two ways, okay? We sell something to China, for example, and China sells something to us, and we both enjoy and get satisfied. That's the magic of international trade because it's something exotic to us and to them. Okay, so uh, but President Trump is raise the tariff against China. China is our enemy. Blah blah blah. No, he's making a very big mistake by doing that. Oh, bring back all this manufacturing job from Mexico again. Big mistake. Okay, what I would do is this: I make brand new products and goods and services, brand new. I already shared many of my ideas with you, product ideas. Yeah, biotechnology. Okay, make brand new small bear species and raise them as pets. Start farming all the wild animals because we have biotechnology for that. We have, all this DNA recombination. Nowadays they call it gene editing, but it's not a new technology. It's a small variation of that. Okay, yeah, we have advanced biotechnology, so genetically modified organism, GMO. They are not bad. They are not bad at all. We are just speeding up the evolution process. Okay, and we are manipulating the species. That's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Okay, so I have to be the president, all right, so that I can do all these things. Don't you want to have better jobs? Huh? Yeah, manufacturing job is fine, but it's not that exciting. So we just ship it to some third world countries, developing countries. They'll be happy to do that because they are like decades behind us, all right? Yeah, and it's cheaper labor there. Okay, so ship it out. Okay, but instead, oh, then what about Americans losing jobs? Well, we have to come up with brand new jobs, meaning we have to come up with brand new ideas. And I already have those ideas. I'm sure many of you have ideas too. We have to start sharing ideas for free. Okay? Exchange ideas for free. Alright? Forget about patents. Forget about copyrights. Just give it away. That's what I do. Okay? Yeah, and start sharing your ideas. Okay? Don't hoard your idea. Just give it for free. Just like Jesus said. What you guys for free? Yeah, give it for free, okay? And so yeah, we should create jobs by sharing ideas, implementing ideas because we already one thing that's bad about international trade is this. We should getting foreign debt. That's not good. All right, so yeah, China has a lot of money. Oh, so American presidents like George W. Bush and Bill Clinton and President Clinton, President Bush, uh, President I'm not sure about Reagan, but President Clinton, President Bush, President Obama, President Trump. I'm sure what they're doing is, oh, China has a lot of money, so let's and our government we are on debt because federal government, so they issue this treasury stock, right? I mean treasury bond, whatever. They start taking a lot of foreign debt. Now, foreign countries are our creditors. It's because these government officials, they don't give a fuck. Okay, they just keep spending like doing stupid travels. All these higher government officials, they travel like like all the presidents, right? They take it as a retirement job. So they go out on a golfing or visit some elementary school and read these stupid children's books to kids. Don't you have better things to do than that? Yeah, I'm talking about President Bush Jr. President Obama, yeah, golfing, give speeches, preaches, travel there, or President Trump, or rally here, rally there, golfing, and some motorcade, all this parade, all this waste of traveling. Why don't you make a telephone call? Why don't you do Skype, teleconference? You know, because these people don't care. Oh, at most I'll be in 8 years in the White House, so better enjoy what I can. And all these government officials, like senators, congressmen, they have the best offices with fantastic view and all this waste. You know, if you are a government official, you are supposed to be public servant, but you are living like a king. Okay, so democracy, communism, it doesn't matter what form of government it is. If you are in position of power, yeah, you live like a king. Okay, so it has not evolved at all from monarchy, dictatorship. No, it's all the same. United President, oh, United States, great fucking America, oh, the forefront, the spearhead of democracy, and look what the stupid fucking presidents are doing. They're living like fucking kings, monarchs, dictators. They're living in this palace with the finest clothing and all this, the most beautiful girls, concubines, like John F. Kennedy, right? Concubines, whores, girlfriends, and this stupid. I killed this fruit fly this time. It makes me feel so good. Okay, fruit fly, my nemesis, mortal enemy. Oh, whatever. Okay, so senators, justices, judges, congressmen, oh, they have fancy offices, right? In Washington, D.C. and their own states. President, oh, they have multiple houses, mansions, vacation homes. They're living like fucking kings and queens, okay? It should not be that way. Just like Jesus said. Jesus said, if you want to be the first, then you should be the last. Jesus said, if you want to be the best person, you should be everybody's servant. Okay? And that's how it's supposed to be. Public servant. But they are not serving people. They are being served by people. They have the best limousine, the best of everything, money, big money, and like these fancy offices, and like, oh, they go everywhere, taxpayers' money, travel there, and go stay in a 5-star hotel, the most expensive hotel, and senators, congressmen, presidents, governors, they're all the same, okay? They live like kings and queens. This needs to change. Yeah, so I guess I'm kind of like a socialist and communist, okay? But communism country, socialism country, they're all the same. Look at North Korea, look at Cuba, Fidel Castro, or Mr. Kim Jong Un, or Senor Fidel Castro. Yeah, they all live like kings. So they, be it like dictatorship like Hitler, Nazis, or democratic country like America, or France, or Canada, Australia, or communist country like Cuba, North Korea, it doesn't matter. Or old China, if you are the head of the nation, you become the king and you get the best of everything. You are just like kings back in the Middle Ages, like monarchs, kings. Nothing has ever changed. If I'm the president, yeah, that will start to change. Nobody else can do this. Okay, I'm the only one who can do this. All right, so let me grab some. It's so cold nowadays. Oh my goodness, it's so cold. So yeah, international trade is good. Outsourcing of job is good. Why? Because now we will have new jobs. I have all the ideas, and many of you have too. Start sharing, and we have enough money. And now that no good ideas are being public, so money. America have enough money, believe it or not. Okay, and now there are no good ideas out there out in public, so they just wasted in bitcoins, driverless cars, space travel like this stupid Elon Musk SpaceX shit. Waste of money. That's BS. Okay, this guy, Elon Musk, in my opinion, this guy's a ticking time bomb. Okay, he's a loose cannon. I mean, he used to be good as a computer programmer, I guess, PayPal and whatnot. Yeah, but I think he lost it. I mean, he's just all the stupid things that he does is just total garbage. Okay, so yeah, America have money. Okay, so but it's being invested in stupid ideas like driverless cars, space travel, Bitcoin. Okay, because we don't have good ideas out there. You do, I do. Now we need to start sharing and make it public. Good, all the good ideas. Okay, we need to start working. Okay, so that's the right direction that America should go. Okay, we should make great product, brand new goods and services that will sell internationally. They will make America popular again. Okay, people will start to buy American goods and services, and they will love America because they love American products. Okay, that's the kind of vision that I have for America. Okay, so but if you don't vote for me in the year 2020, it will not happen. Okay, it will be 4 more years of President Trump estranging and isolating America from other countries, making a lot of enemies, and you want that? Yeah, go ahead and vote for him. Okay, then you're not gonna have me, and America will destroy itself. It will just go down the path of further down the path of self-destruction. That's what's gonna happen if you vote for President Trump and he becomes president. Then yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Okay, so it's unfortunate. I'm doing what I can, man. I am officially registered presidential candidate. Okay. And some of my friends expressed their concern that many Americans don't see me as an American because my parents are Koreans. Okay, they're Korean citizens, and they just happen to be in America. I mean, legally, legitimately, we are by student visa. So I was born here, so I got my American citizenship, birth certificate, passport, everything. So that's how I became America. But some Americans don't see that as a citizen, naturally born citizen. Okay, so some Americans say, "Oh, constitutionally, you can run for president because you are not naturally born citizen of United States." Yeah, well, I understand that standpoint because there are a lot of different interpretation. Okay, so like let's say President Trump had so there's kind of you can say there's three different interpretation. Okay, both of your parents or one of your parents are American citizen, and then you're born in American territory. Oh yeah, then nobody doubts your citizenship. But like Ted Cruz or some other past presidential candidates, unless one of their biological parents were Americans, but they were born in the foreign country. Okay, but then yeah, candidate Trump back then said, you know what? Yeah, they may not be naturally born citizen. Okay, so President Trump said, yeah, Ted Cruz, you may disqualify as an American citizen to be the president because you're not born in American territory. Okay, so that's second. Third case, it would be my case, right? Neither of my parents are American citizens, but I would just they happen to be here, legal, legitimate way, and I was born here. So, yeah, I got my birth certificate and American citizenship and passport. But some people say, "Oh, that's not naturally born American citizenship." Okay, so yeah, I understand different interpretation of Constitution. Okay, so it's up to you. Okay, so you don't have to be a lawyer to interpret Constitution. I want you to interpret Constitution according to your own intelligence. Okay, if you don't think I'm naturally born citizen of the United States, don't vote for me. Okay, that's all you gotta do. Just vote for someone else. Vote for President Trump. Okay, so I'll leave that up to you. Yeah, it's Constitution. Yeah, it's short, relatively short document. It doesn't get into all the details. Okay, so if you don't think I'm American citizen, then kick me out. Get me out of this country. It's up to you. To make a new law, write to your congressman or become the congressman yourself, become a senator or whatnot. Okay, then just kick me out of this country. Okay. By doing that, remember this: you are going against the Constitution because you are discriminating against the national origin. That's 14th Amendment of the Constitution. Okay, so if you 14th Amendment of Constitution forbids discrimination based on race or national origin. Okay, yeah, my national origin is Korea because my parents are Koreans. Okay, but just because my parents are Koreans and I was born here, they were here in a legal manner via student visa, and I was born here, and by the law of the United States, I got my citizenship. But now you are saying I'm less of American because my parents are not American citizens, and that's discrimination on race and national origin. That's unconstitutional. Okay, so you say I should not be the president just because my national origin, ethnic origin, racial origin, then you are going against the Constitution. So you don't know what you're talking about, okay? And but it's up to you, all right? So you wanna cherry pick the Constitution just because what? You don't want an Asian guy with heavy accent to be president of the United States. That's up to you, okay? Even if even if America somehow re-elect Donald J. Trump and he decide to deprive citizenship from me and people like me, well, I'm not gonna contest. You voted for President Trump in 2020, and he become the, you know, he get re-elected in 2020, and so he will get worse and worse. He's not gonna change. He's 70 some years old. He's not gonna change. He will only get worse. Okay. The way I see it, I think he's lost it. All right. He's getting senile. Okay. He's good due to old age and whatnot. Okay. Power, whatever. He's losing it. Okay. Yeah, he will only get worse. Okay. And you re-elected him. Hypothetically. Okay. So he probably tried to kick me or people like me out of this country. Okay, I'm not gonna contest. I will get out. All right, maybe I go to China or back to South Korea. Just whoever accepts me. Okay, I have no problem with that. But guess what? America is gonna lose a lot of talents like me. Okay, do you think white people, some black people, white people can be as smart as I am now? Can you find a single black person or white person, all American, born and raised American person? Do you think they any one of them can be as smart as I am? Well, it's if you think so, yeah, then kick me out of this fucking stupid country. Okay, I don't give a fuck. Right? So if you don't want to see me as an American, then yeah, kick me out. But Till you kick me out, I'm staying. Because I love America. I believe there are still good people in America. Okay? You may not see me as an American, that's fine. Okay? Because I have seen many people who don't want to see me as an American person. It's okay. I can tolerate that. But if you decide to kick me out of this country by changing the law against your own constitution, I don't want to live here anymore. I don't want to live in America because America obviously has become something that is very un-American. That's going against its own constitution. So America has become a country of no principle. I don't want to live in America anymore. If that's what America is becoming of, okay? You re-elect Donald J. Trump in 2020. That's exactly what's going to happen. All right. So I'm warning you. Okay. I don't want that to happen to America. So I love American people. I have many friends here. Okay. I love this country's original value, the freedom of speech. The equality and okay, freedom, liberty, and justice for all. Okay. Those are the traditional, the original American value. But because I voted for Trump back in 2016, and I think it was my mistake. Well, what's the alternative? That's why I'm running for president because all this garbage, human garbage, keep running for presidency, like Hillary Clinton, Donald J. Trump, all this worst that America has to offer. They are the only one in the ticket. That's why I'm running for president because I'm smart and I'm a good person. Okay, I can do this. I can save America from its self-destruction. All right, that's why I'm running. I'm running for president. I'm not running for anything else. All right, I'm not going to run in a local election and wait like for decades till I run for something national. No, no, no. Time has to be now. Okay, we don't have much time. Okay, so but it's not up to me. It's up to you because you are the American people who's gonna vote for somebody in 2020. If my name is not there, then just write down my name. Okay, just cross out all the stupid names there. Let's take a break and let's get back to mathematics because don't even get me started on politics. Okay? Oh my goodness. Well, I forgot to ventilate the air, so we're gonna ventilate the room, get some fresh oxygen and whatnot. We'll continue after that. Okay, so well, before we get back to this mathematics, let's talk more politics. If you don't, I'm sure you mind, but if you don't mind, well, you are not here. So if you don't exist, how can you mind something? How can you object? You are not here, so you don't have any voice. I'm sorry. I'm taking advantage of this empty audience. So I'm speaking freely. So if you don't speak freely, if you don't exercise the constitutional right of freedom of speech, then constitution dies. Okay, so in order to keep constitution alive, to preserve and protect the United States Constitution, you have to exercise constitutional rights. That's exactly what I'm doing. I love America. I love Americans. I love what this country used to stand for: freedom. All right. That's what we are doing now. Okay. So let's have some hope. All right. Yeah. So yeah, you know, politics we talk enough. Okay. Let's just leave it. All right. So okay. So you got the idea. Okay. So I mean, in terms of this mathematics. Okay. We are simplifying a lot of things in this algebraic geometry, but we still have long way to go. Okay, because it's important that you know mathematics. All right. I mean, this we Asians we are good at mathematics, but mathematics was developed by white people, Europeans, Americans. Okay, we're just good learners. We humble ourselves and this mathematics if you're a white person, yeah, it was developed by your ancestors. This isn't some Asian thing. No, it's all developed by mostly white people. Okay, I mean modern mathematics, algebra. Yeah, it was Middle East. Okay, anyway, algebra, right? That's anyway. So again, we have x-axis, y-axis. Okay, and then we have some equation like some line. All right, so let's say y is equal to x plus 1. Okay, it goes like this, and then you have y is equal to minus x. Okay, you have two equations, meaning two lines. Now a set of two equations. Now this equation 1, equation number 2, they're elements of this set of equations. Okay, I forgot how you call that in English. Okay, I know in Korean. I know because I didn't go to high school in America. I went to high school in Korea. Okay, so I don't know all those terminologies that of the high school mathematics. All right. So this set of equations, okay, what does it define? I give you like 5 seconds for it. Maybe 20 seconds. Yeah, vodka. That's a Russian drink. I love it. I'm a huge vodka lover. So yeah, Democrats hate Russia. Republicans hate China. You should never hate some country, other countries. You should never hate a country because we are on the same boat. All Russia, North Korea, China, America, Canada, we are on the same boat that we call planet Earth. It's a ship on the space. It's either we all go down or we all go up. Okay, we have to be partners. Okay, we should never see each other as enemies. Never. Okay, it's a dysfunctional family, but what family isn't? Okay, we all will have problems. Okay, so yeah, this defines a point. Okay, so one equation alone define a line, but two equations now it defines a point. So what is the point? We say y they're same, so minus x is equal to x plus 1. So x is equal to, right? This goes the other way. So minus 0.5 here. What is y? Y is equal to, so minus 1/2. We put it in either one, okay? So yeah, or half. Okay, there's 0.5 here. Okay, so it's very long-winded way of defining this point of minus 0.5 comma 0.5. It's very long-winded way of defining this single point. You could have just say this point P is equal to this. That could be the simplest definition, right? Or so that's the Cartesian coordinate. In a polar coordinate, you could have defined this as r comma theta. You have square root 2 over 2 comma theta 90 degrees, which is 2 over pi. Then you have 45 degrees, which is what, quarter pi? So 3/4 pi. Okay, pi, because pi is what, 180 degrees. Okay, so in polar coordinate, yeah, it's that. Okay, so r comma theta, the radius, the length, and the angle. Polar is called polar coordinate. So there are multiple ways to define on a point, single point. So initially we have this two-dimensional space, a plane, straight plane, okay? Then comes the equation and we have single line. So two-dimensional initially, and then we have equation, and then we have one dimension line. And we add another line, then it becomes zeroth dimension, a point. Okay? So yeah, I'm giving you some different perspective of this elementary mathematics. That's why even if you already know all this, it still helps because I'm giving you a different angle to it. Brand new way to look at it, okay? Yeah, so it all helps. It's intellectual entertainment because in PhD, if you are a professor, researcher, if you've been to PhD schools, doctoral degrees, we care about what's interesting intellectually. Why do we do this into this direction, whether in biology, physics, mathematics, whatever? Because it's intellectually interesting. It's interesting, okay? So that's what motivates us scholars, okay, to research in this direction because it's interesting. It's all about intellectual entertainment, right? Up in PhD level, okay? I've been to academia. I was a PhD student for 2 years, so it's a great experience, great education, okay? Although I decided to drop out, but still I learned a lot. No time was wasted, okay? And I was on a scholarship, fellowship, okay? So, yeah, some nice, good people donated their money, rich people, okay? So, I'm not against the rich people. Back in the days, in the age of Renaissance, age of reason, Enlightenment era, yeah, all these fantastic scholars like Newton or Rene Descartes, they had very rich patrons who support them financially. Okay, like painters like Leonardo da Vinci or Michelangelo or Donatello or whatnot. Yeah, they had rich patrons because initially they were struggling artists. They didn't make enough money. Okay, so yeah, rich people help them out because all the science, art, this next level evolution, this forefront, we don't make money because we are experimental. Okay, whatever what we do here, it doesn't really make any money. It's something new, so there's no market for it yet. But thanks to some rich people, angel investors, or even United States government, okay, they do a lot of scientific research funding. Okay, yeah, so the give big uncle, rich uncle, whether it's Uncle Sam or Uncle whatever, yeah, they help out this because all these are luxuries, intellectual luxuries, all these paintings, sculpture, this fine arts, they are luxuries. We don't quite need it to live and to survive every day, right? But that's why we need some rich people's backing. Okay, me, I'm not getting any money from anybody. I work my ass off every single day. Okay, this is something I do for fun. It's a hobby, but thanks to advertisers who pay in Google, YouTube, I'm a beneficiary. You are a beneficiary of all this. Big companies who pay for advertisement. That's how Google and YouTube are being run. Okay, we are beneficiaries. They are our patrons who pay the bills for us. Okay, so do not ever hate rich people or big corporations. Don't hate them. Okay, because mostly they are just like us. They are good people, hardworking people. Okay, so so you have two dimension and then one dimension and two one dimensional thing come together to make zeroth dimension. 2, 1, 0. We are zeroing in, okay? Yeah, it's a fancy way to define a point. Just one way to look at it, okay? Let's do some. Okay, then what would be the equation of this entire two-dimensional plane? Can you think of an equation that can express entire two-dimensional plane, two-dimensional space, x and, in terms of x and y? I give you like 30 seconds. Come up with an equation that it can express the entire that defines two-dimensional space, entire two-dimensional space. It shouldn't be that hard if you know mathematics. Yeah, I give you like 30 seconds. Okay, sure. I'm being very generous. You probably never learned this before. Maybe some teacher, very creative and innovative middle school teacher, elementary school teacher, somewhere on earth, or somewhere in America, somewhere in Asia, somewhere in Africa taught you this, but or maybe you came up with your own. Okay, what's the equation for this entire two-dimensional plane, XY plane? Have you ever thought about this, or anybody told you about this? Well, in my past experience, nobody told me. I'm an independent thinker, secular scholar. I like thinking outside the box, and I'm a humble person because all we are doing is very elementary. Okay, we don't have to go all the way deep. I'm too lazy to do that. I want to use what I have learned so far, and yeah. So, okay, time's up. All right, it's this. What is it? Maybe you got it. Okay, it's this. 0 times y is equal to 0 times x. Okay. This way, x and y can be any value. So it covers the entire two-dimensional space. Okay, so that's the equation for two-dimensional space. Alright? We already know this x-axis. What is the equation for x-axis? Y is equal to 0. What is the equation for y-axis? X is equal to 0. Okay, yeah, that probably you learned. Probably. I mean, if you had a good mathematics teacher in elementary school or middle school, okay? And it's the single dot, point of origin. What is the equation for that? You need two equations, right? It's the intersection of the two straight lines. And what are the equations for these two straight lines? I just told you. Y equals 0. It's a set of two elements, okay? And x is equal to 0. Okay, so y equals 0 is this line, horizontal line. X is equal to 0 is this vertical line. Come together, they define this single point. 0, 0. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this point. Point P is equal to minus 0.5, 0.5. X, which means x is equal to minus 0.5, like this. And y is equal to plus 0.5. The intersection is this. Minus 0.5, comma 0.5. As you can see, because humanology, our strength in humanology is that we focus on very elementary mathematics, and we imbue, we infuse some philosophy. We try to extract some philosophical concept out of this simple mathematics, like we have done it before, like plus 1 plus minus 1 is equal to 0, minus-plusism. And plus minus 1, okay, sorry, plus 1 minus 1 equals 0, pluminosism. Minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 0, minus-plusism. And God is equal, God is fair. He is fair to the good people and bad people, okay? We all end up getting some reward or punishment. Evil people, good people, we all get to enjoy once and suffer once. It's just difference in ordering. Good people suffer first, then enjoy later. Minus-plusism. Bad people, they enjoy first and then suffer later. Pluminosism. You commit some sin, crime, something wrong, then you suffer the consequence. That's bad people. But you enjoy once, you suffer once. Good people, we work hard, pain and suffering, and then we get rewarded afterwards. We suffer once, we enjoy once. So God is fair. He loves both the good people and bad people. So zero sum. Okay. It's just different ordering, okay? Yeah, so in this particular context of this mathematics, we only have 1 point minus half comma plus half, but there are infinite ways to define this point. You can see there's intersection of these two lines of y is equal to 0.5 and x is equal to minus 0.5, or if you are more fancy, you can define it as y equal to x plus 1 and y is equal to minus x, okay? These blue lines. As you can see, there are infinite ways depending on the slope of these lines, okay? But you do need two lines to define this point, okay? This is the simplest way. Y equal to 0.5, z x is equal to minus 0.5, okay? But there are infinite ways of defining this 1 point. So, what would be the humanological application of that? Our objective is neural network, but forget about neural network. There are computer scientists, mathematicians, psychologists who is researching that every day. Okay, so leave it to them. Leave it to professionals. Okay, we don't have to understand this neural network right away. There are plenty of people studying that. So yeah, it's our goal, objective, but we don't have to get there like today. It can be a month away. That's totally fine. Because there are enough people on Earth who is studying neural networks. So leave it to professionals, okay? We are just having fun. I'm drunk. Perhaps you are drunk at home, okay? Just having fun. We are learning something new and giving it different perspective. So 1 point can be defined in infinite ways, but you need two lines to define 1 point. So I want you to find out the humanological application for that, okay? What is some analogy to our daily life? Human prospect. I want you to find some analogy of this, okay? Mathematics to human world. That's what humanology is about, okay? It's about humans, okay? So, and also it's about universe, because according to this Eastern and also Western philosophy in the Bible and some Buddhist or Hinduism, whatever, East and West, okay? Human being is microcosmos of the universe, and universe is the macrocosmos of human being. Human being is like in the Bible, God, the universe, made we, human being, Homo sapiens, after his own image. Alright? So, human being, just you, or me, or some other person, one person. We are the small model, this epitome of the entire universe. Okay? So, we talked about this manipulism, this dualism. If you hate Asia, you better change, okay? Because there are a lot to learn from Asia, okay? I don't want you to hate Asia. It's okay that you hate me, but don't hate Asia, because China, Korea, Japan, they have a lot to teach us, the Westerners. Or if you don't want to see me as a Westerner or as an American, it's okay, okay? I can tolerate you. You can talk about all the bullshit about me as a person. So Jesus talked about this. It's okay to insult me, Jesus, as a person. But if you insult the Holy Spirit that I'm carrying inside of me, you will never be forgotten. You will never be forgiven in this world or the next world. Okay, so that's that's something very scary. Okay, so you can insult Jesus as a person, but you should never insult the Holy Spirit that Jesus is carrying with him. Okay, so it's okay that you insult me as a person. Oh, you are an Asian, you have small dick. Well, again, did I ever talk about this? I get this a lot on online dating site. Oh, you are Asian, you must have small dick. Girls say that to me all the time. I mean, whatever. Asians, there's nothing special about Asians, okay? We are just like any other races. Blacks, whites, Hispanics. The size of, okay, PG-13, okay, PG-13. Size of this male reproductive organ is proportional to the body, the height and weight, okay? So across all the races, okay? If you're short, yeah, then your male reproductive organ will be small. If you are tall, yeah, your male reproductive organ will be longer. Okay, so it has nothing to do with race. It that kind of stereotype came from back in the days when Asians used to be very short because they were Asians used to be poor, so they were malnutritioned. Okay, all the Asians. But thanks to this Western agricultural revolution, yeah, nowadays Asians are taller than their ancestors. Okay, so all the body parts, all the limbs and organs, yeah, they get bigger as Asians got taller. Okay, that's no. Okay, so yeah, it's a myth. It's a false prejudice. Okay, so anyway, why am I talking about this? Yeah, I want you to answer my question during the break. Okay, so there one point, and there are many different ways to define this one point. Okay, probably your answers probably is better than mine, and innovative and novel, creative than mine. Okay, so let me know. Okay, and by the time you let me know, probably either I'm dead or I'm the president, or I'm just famous person. If I'm very famous person, I will not be able to reply to you all because if I'm famous, there'll be millions of people who write to me. I'm just one person, so I cannot reply to millions of people. Okay, but if you reply to me like right now, then I probably reply to you because right now nobody's writing to me. I'm not famous. Okay, if you reply to me now, you can't even land a job in the White House if I get elected in 2020. Okay, because you are my one of my initial, very few initial supporters. That's something very difficult to do, to support somebody who is nobody. Okay, it takes a lot of intelligence to recognize somebody who's nobody but who has potential, to recognize that. It takes a lot of courage and high intelligence. So you are very smart person, then I will hire you. If I do get elected in the White House, yeah, you will be with me in the White House. Okay, I don't care what country you're from. I will just bring you in. Okay. Okay, let's take a break. Okay, we're gonna take a break. All right. Oh, so this art and science of humanology, or science and religion of humanology, is very something very exotic. Okay, very exotic. We are using this science, this mathematical equation to understand, to make some analogy of human phenomena. Okay, so so what's your answers? Okay, what's your analogies? If you ask me, well, I don't know it yet because we haven't defined what this line means. What's the analogy for this single line in two-dimensional space? What would be some analogy for that? That would be the first step to take. And let me get some terms, generally brand terms. Because I do this after work. You know, I have a full-time job, and I'm not gonna tell you what job it is. Paper push job, office job. Okay, yeah, I really enjoy that. Okay, so I come home after work, and then I do this because I really enjoy doing this teaching. Okay, sharing. Okay, and I haven't ate dinner. I haven't brushed my teeth yet. So I don't want to wait to do this. I really love doing this. You know, just like you love, if you're a parent, you love your child, right? Afterward, yeah, you cannot wait until you play with your child and do the same thing. Humanology is like my brainchild. Okay. Yeah, I play with it. Or your pet, whatever. It's just so beautiful. Yeah, you may say it's ugly. Yeah, well, it could be. But to you, as a parent, as a pet owner, your pet or your child, the single most beautiful thing in the world, right? Without that child, without that pet, well, you don't have anything. It's like your happiness giver is like your God. Okay, so happiness giver, your son, source of happiness, something like that, right? So yeah, it's something like that. Okay, but it's not always bad thing. Yeah, just don't turn it into idolatry. I don't worship humanology. Humanology, yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's garbage. Okay. Just maintain some independence, alright? It's a tool to entertain ourselves, that's all it is, okay? So, it's probably serves some purpose, you know. If you're a parent, your child, yeah, you may worship your child like a god. You're being servant of your child. Your child is your king. Your child is baby, newborn baby is like a king. Oh, you do everything for the baby, your baby, and you're becoming like servant, slave. But yeah, that's I guess that's what this humanology is to me. I'm serving it, nourishing it, sacrificing my dinner time. But I have my vodka with me, okay? So I'm not exactly. Yeah, it's giving me some fun, happiness, hobby. I'm sure child raising is the same way. Give and take, right? You give something, you get something, right? Yeah, it's like anything else in the world, in our life. Okay, so. Alright, so the goal is this. This is you, a person. Because we are in a humanological space. We're in the space of humanology, alright? In human space, every point corresponds to a person. No single, no two people are the same. Even the uh, identical twins. If they have same genetic makeup, but it doesn't mean anything. Two people, identical twins. If you are a friend of identical twins, you know the difference. They are different. They look different. Yeah, they look similar, but they do look different. And they think different. They feel different too. They have different personalities. I do have some identical twins, and I can tell right away who is who. Okay, so yeah, genetic makeup then doesn't mean anything at all. The two people, they cannot be everywhere at the same time. They meet different people. So yeah, they get influenced different ways. Okay, so every single person have different this coordinate in this human space, and this exact point corresponds to only one person. They can be very close, but every single point is different. It could be like 0.0001, comma 0.0.0001. Okay, but the person right next to it could be 0.001111 or comma 0.0012. Slightly different. Okay, so that's concept in mathematics that's called infinitesimality. All right, you can divide this single point into like half and half and half and half and half, and it's infinite. You can be infinitely small. You have 1 divided by 2 is 0.5, divided by 2 is 0.4, then 0.8, 0. Sorry. 1, 1 over 2, 1 over 4, 1 over 8, 1 over 16. You can go it in an infinite way. You can be infinitely small. 0.0000001. Or you can be infinitely big. Like you have 10, 1, 10, 100, 1000. Go on and on, okay? So infinity and infinitesimality. Okay, this concept in mathematics. Okay, it's philosophically profound, but no philosophers, no mathematicians connected the dot between mathematics and philosophy until now. It's you and me. We are doing this together. Okay, this is a very historic moment if you realize it. Okay, we are very important people. Okay, so we are making history right now. You are witnessing the the making of history. You're part of it. Okay, so yeah, let's celebrate, congratulate ourselves by drinking some vodka. Okay, champagne. It's for the whims and wasses. Champagne is for girls. I mean, I don't mean to offend any women, okay? Champagne is for the weak people, okay? If you're a strong person, yeah. If you're a like, man, whatever, yeah, vodka. Champagne is for whims and wasses, okay? I'm not a sexist. I love women, okay? So don't get me wrong. Just I happen to be a man, so I'm male centric because I'm a man. If you're a woman, yeah, you're female centric. I don't. I would never blame you for that because you're a woman, okay? Yeah, you think and sees everything in terms of your point of view, a woman, okay? Nothing wrong with that. I would never criticize you about that. Okay, so Yeah, don't get me wrong, alright? Don't misunderstand me, please. So, we have to we have to make some example, okay? So, I forget about neural network. We'll get there, but it probably take a month, alright? Because along the way, we are learning a lot of things in mathematics because that's what we are here after. We are looking for, searching for the truth. We want to learn something new. We want to discover something that has been hidden for centuries, millennia. We want to uncover the secret of the universe. Okay. So along we are on a journey. It's like this Greek mythology of this, who's it? Perseus or something, going back to his home. Yeah, we are making this journey. We are going back to home, the land of promise, land of the truth. Along the way, we encounter all these demons, and monsters. So epic saga. Okay, so that's what we are doing. Okay, so you just enjoy the journey. You don't have to hurry up. Probably you after work, I'm after work, so we have time. Okay, we have all the time in the world. We're at home and we're just relaxing. Okay, or maybe you are in a class. Maybe some nice and kind and generous professor is showing you all this, some kind of nutcase or showcase, whatever. They were maybe playing in one of the lectures. Well, I'd be flattered and grateful for that, but well, maybe some kind of case study. Oh, look at this guy. This guy's delusional human being. He's classical case of megalomaniac. So let's study this mental patient. Just like in the Terminator 2 movie. I don't care. Well, okay, whatever. So, uh, let's clear our minds. All right. So, so we have to define what this one line means. So you have x-axis and you have y-axis. So you have, let's say there's some positive correlation. We talked about this correlation, all right? So there's this method of some kind of regression, quadratic regression method. You have this bunch of cloud-like dots, right? All this statistical distribution. What we want to find a single line that represents this distribution that goes like this. Okay, it's a very well-known statistical method. It's called like something like quadratic regression, something like that. Regression model. Okay, it's all simple. You find a line that minimizes the distance between this dot and this line. You're gonna find a line that minimizes the summation of the distance between all these dots and this line. The distance between a dot and a line is the perpendicular right angle line. That's the distance, okay? We are not gonna go over this. Just understand it intuitively, okay? It's straightforward, okay? We're gonna find a line that represents this single linear straight line that represents this distribution. Meaning, there's either positive correlation or there's this negative correlation. Okay? We talked about this correlation coefficient, right? So, all right, so there's zero. Okay, so let's say there is some positive correlation. Okay, so okay, Asians. We can say I was thinking about like, black people being criminals. Okay, yeah, there's some correlation to that. Okay, criminality and having darker skin in America. There are some correlation to that. Okay, because it's not their fault. Black people are beautiful and they are very talented and very smart people in America. Okay, but it's just that the thing they are good at, like sports, entertainment, is too monopolized. And it doesn't have to be that way. That's why you have to elect me as the president. So I'm going to decentralize sports and entertainment industry. I'm going to decentralize ESPN. I'm going to decentralize Hollywood so that every single mid-sized or big-sized city have this event of entertainment and sports. Okay, doesn't have to be Hollywood. Doesn't have to be ESPN. No, it can be done in every single city, local level. Okay. Oh man, I'm having a headache. I ran during the lunchtime, okay, because I run to my restaurant. It's just like 1 mile away from my office. So I ran, but still, it's Alaska, so it's cold, okay. So yeah, we're not gonna pick on African Americans because we love them, okay. So we just talk about Asians because I'm Asian. So let's say x-axis called is more like it represents Asianness. Y-axis is like school performance. Okay, so if you are more Asian than other people, yeah, you tend to be good at science and mathematics. Farther away you are from Asianness, yeah, you probably not very good at science in high school. Okay, so yeah, there's this positive correlation. Okay, so yeah, that's a line. And this line is defined of Asianness and scientificness, and because we need to define some other line that have some negative correlation or some slighter, slower correlation. I really haven't thought about this. It's something new even to me. So this intersection between two correlation lines, I need another break to think this through. Okay, because I haven't thought about this. So we are discovering something new. It's new even to me. Okay, I'm leading. I'm exercising my leadership here. Okay, because I'm leading this discourse, this discussion. Okay, so I've never thought about this topic. So yeah, you are helping me. Okay, you make me think. Okay, about something that I've never thought about before. Okay, so we'll take a break and we came up with one line, but we need another line. But once you fix the axis, Asianness and scientificness, you kind of fix the equation. come up with another line, we have to come up with different axes. Okay. So this is something new to me. I haven't thought about this before. Okay. So thank you for inspiring me. Okay. I thank you beforehand, and you maybe you, if you're kind enough, you can thank me later. Okay. Whatever. Let's take a break. Okay. We continue. I mean, if I don't get too hungry, then we continue. Okay. Okay, I I came up with some idea. Okay, so I'm gonna share it with you. So yeah, I took this brief cigarette break, and I came up with new idea. So Jesus said, uh, you can judge a tree is it a good tree or bad tree by its fruit. So I just take this cigarette break, and it gave me this good idea. Okay, so cigarette is good as long as you smoke cigarettes, tobacco, moderate way. That's what I do. Okay, so it bears some good fruit right here. Okay, so yeah, share with me some of your ideas. I'm about to share mine with you. This red dot. 5 more seconds. 10 more seconds. What are your idea about this paradox, conundrum, this puzzle? Because we are not quite making it. Okay. Well, I got it, okay? No worries. It's this. I think we talked about this once before. Once or twice. No analogy is perfect. Humanology is all about mapping between from physical universe to metaphysical universe. We use physical phenomena like physics, chemistry, biology in order to understand the metaphysical universe. Right? We model metaphysical universe using the tool what we know about physical universe because that's more tangible, that's more visible. Physical universe, metaphysical universe like ideas, ideologies, spirits, they're invisible. Okay, so it's more difficult to understand. That's why psychology failed because they don't have the right tool. Okay, yeah. So humanology, we are more higher organism, metaphysical organism than psychology. So because we incorporate religion. Okay, so it's like this. Okay, so you have some lines. This one line can be thought as somebody you met in your life who influenced you, negative or positive way. If this person is your role model, then you look up to that person. You are under that person. Okay, so you are under that person. This person who's represented by this one line is your role model. Positive role model. You wanna be like that person. You look up to that person, so you are right here under that person. You look up to that person. Now, then there is negative role model, something you hate, despise. This person is represented by this line. You put yourself over that person, so you belong to this set over that person. Let's say this is a Y2. Okay, it's good to have this multiple color. Comes in handy. I know English, okay? I may have some accents, but probably I have more vocabularies than you. Yeah, maybe idioms and phrases. Maybe I don't understand what you're saying. But okay, so this is Y1. So let's say you're a blue dot. You. Let's say you're the person, okay, X. I'm X, Generation X. I was born in late 1970s. Okay. Let's say I put myself Y2 this person like President Obama, President Trump. Oh, the whole negative role models. I want to be different from them. I put myself above them. I want to do everything that they didn't do. I want to be the exact opposite of President Trump, President Obama. They're garbages. So I put myself above them. They are negative role models. Whatever they do, I want to do the exact opposite. Okay? And then there's this positive role model like Arthur Schopenhauer, Mr. Jesus. I put myself under them. They are my teachers, my superiors. So above this red line and below this green line, there is me. Under the green line and above the red line. Okay? And there comes some third person. This is kind of the concept of linear programming, okay? This inequality here is actually two inequalities. Y2 is less than X. It's a set of inequalities. Y1 is bigger than X. Set of inequalities defines this kind of like triangular, and this bottom part, right part is kind of open now, but we are going to add one more thing. Let's say this is horizontal, okay? Y3. Okay? I want to be left side of this Y3. Not the right side of Y3. You can see this as some kind of a human condition. Okay. So now it defines this brand new region, more constrained, more limited way. So now I'm inside this triangle. So X is less than Y3. Your positive role model, negative role model, you wanna go against, you wanna rebel against, and positive role model that you wanna obey, comply. Then there's this Y3. So this triangular region is what? I give you like 1 minute for this. What does this triangular region in English? In a more scientific term, if you know science, I challenge you. You're confined, you're trapped in this triangle. Y3 is some rule. Okay, let's say this is about anti-alcoholism, anti-tobaccoism. Me as a person, I have to be more liberal, more lenient about this. Yeah, I drink, I smoke. I'm liberal about this anti-alcoholist, anti-tobaccoist rule. I'm liberal, I'm on the left side of it. But there's this positive role model, like Jesus, that I want to put myself under. And there's this negative role models, like President Obama, President Trump. Okay, I put myself above. I want to be better than they are. I want to go against everything that they stand for. Okay, so what's this triangular region called? In a kind of physical chemistry way. Time's up. It's called degree of freedom. Okay. I have freedom, all my freedom inside this triangle, but I can never go outside of it. It's a degree of freedom. I'm free inside of the triangle, but I can never go outside of it. So there's degree of freedom. Okay. The smaller this triangle is, the less degree of freedom I have. I still have freedom inside the triangle, but you got the point, okay? So, and this can be thought as moral rules, your moral values, your value set of values that you abide by set of rules. I'm not talking about legal rules. I'm talking about moral rules. Yeah, legal rules and moral rules, they are constraint. Anti-murder law. Thou shalt not murder. It's like this. So it's carving, okay? You have this one pie, this entire degree of freedom. Thou shalt not murder. So you have to be on the right side. You cut this pie. You never murder anybody. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not steal. So you are further restricting this set. Okay. Then there are some liberal rules. Thou shall enjoy vacation or take a break. Thou shall take Sabbath. Thou shall take a day off. Okay? So you're more on the more liberal side, okay? So on the left side of this pie. Okay? So the more rules you have, the less degree of freedom you have. Okay? And this signifies Jesusian rule of salvation. Narrow road. Follow the narrow path. The road to perdition is wide. The road to salvation is narrow. That's what Jesus said in the New Testament. Okay, so if you have a lot of moral rules, yeah, you have to wake up in the morning early. You should just like the book of this another fruit fly. Book of Proverbs, yeah, Solomon said, yeah, you should not sleep. You should not enjoy the morning sleep. You should hate sleep, because if you love sleeping in the morning, then your enemies will increase like an army and devour you. So yeah, you should not sleep much, and you should not eat sugar and fat, and you should exercise. All these rules, okay? Narrow road, that's what leads to human salvation, according to Jesus. You may not believe in Jesus, okay, because it's just rules. Oh, where's proof? You don't know that. Future is uncertain. We cannot mathematically prove that following Jesus would make me happy. Okay, it's all theories. Future is uncertain. Many people say, "Oh, you die." Good people, actually, Solomon said that too in book of Ecclesiastes, which is kind of a nihilistic point of view later in his life. Good people, bad people, all die. So while you live, when you are alive, why don't you just enjoy? That's what book of Ecclesiastes by King Solomon wrote. It's in the Old Testament. Very hedonistic, Epicurean, whatever. Okay? Yeah, just enjoy your life while you're alive, because we don't know whether there is afterlife or not. Solomon said that. Okay? Yeah, just enjoy your life. Okay, so me personally, well, yeah, I would love to enjoy my life, but probably that's why I drink. But at the same time, I drink safely, because if I drink too much in a bar, drink and drive, and get into accident, I go to jail for drinking and drive, and oh my, it's predictable, foreseeable. I'm smarter than that. Girls, well, it bothers me if I lie. So I'm 100% honest when I talk to girls online. So they don't like that. Girls say, "Oh, we want honesty." No, they don't want that. They don't know what they're talking about. Okay, because honestly, we guys, all we want is sex. PG-13 material. Okay, all we want is sex, and does girl want to hear that? No, they don't want to hear that shit. Oh, I want somebody who love me as who I am, and I want somebody who would appreciate me as who I am, and not just look at my body, but my soul and intelligence, and we don't care. We guys don't care about those stuff. We only care about how beautiful, young this woman is. It's all about sex. Okay, so for a guy to get a girl, yeah, he has to lie. And me, personally, I don't lie. I hate lying. God hates, in the book of Proverbs, God hates arrogant eyes and lying tongue. And I'm a hardcore Christian, so I hate lying and I hate being arrogant. Maybe you may think I'm Asian eyes, so but just from judging from what I have said in the episodes, you may think I'm a very arrogant man. Maybe I am. Okay, I'm sorry. But do I lie? Have I ever lied to you on these episodes? Maybe. PG-13 material. I'm not gonna tell you all the details of my sex life, but what I'm ready to tell you is that I don't have any sex life because I don't even get a date. Okay. Maybe once in a while I do, because not because I'm great, but because those ladies are generous and kind. But that's about it. Just date, and that's. I never get a second date. Sometimes I get phone numbers, but they stop talking to me, so I don't want to be a stalker, so I get rid of their numbers because for their own sake too. I don't want to bother them. So the only way to prevent me from becoming a stalker is to get rid of their numbers. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Let's focus on mathematics. Okay. We are doing all these different colors here. Um, it's been about 2 hours. Okay, we will still have one more hour. So let's go toward the neural network because we have learned some humanological analogy. Okay, no analogy is perfect. Okay, so we abandon this this approach of being too mathematically correct. X-axis, y-axis, forget about it. Okay, we'll just satisfy ourselves by this analogy, this conceptual level, not mathematical level, but conceptual level of, having some positive role model, negative role model, those constraints, and we are trapped by the rules that we subscribe to, which decrease the degree of freedom and narrow roads leading to salvation. We just content ourselves. Okay, it's very rough. It's not fine grained level, but no analogy is perfect. Okay, so yeah, we'll take a break. We'll continue on toward this journey to neural network. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for paying attention. We ventilate the air, ventilate the room. Okay, we're back. Kinda. I hope you like this journey to understanding of neural network because it's a very long journey. I hope you enjoy this journey. Okay, so I'm enjoying this. This is fun. Okay. So let's say there's this x and y. Okay, x and y. Okay, and there's some equation that's called this. Okay, we say 4 4. Okay, so it's a what, x over 4 plus y over 4 is equal to 1. Okay, so y is equal to minus x plus 4. Alright, that's this equation. Okay, over a line. Alright, and let's say there's a statistical sample saying they're all the good guys here. This is borderline that defines good guys and bad guys. Bad guys here. Okay, now then there's this one guy, a traitor. That's right here. It's a bad guy. So this equation, this line, is not quite separating this bad guy from good guys. What we want is we want to redefine this borderline, this criteria of defining between bad guys and good guys. We want to redefine so that we exclude this man. I better put this in a different color. We want to redefine our borderline so that this bad guy is on the other side from the good guys here. How do we achieve that? Okay, that's the principle of neural network. Readjustment of this weight vector. Okay? You know, let's do something about this President Trump's effort. I disagree on many things with President Trump, but at the same time, I do agree with many things that he does. Today, I don't know what day it is, but it's October, late October of 2018. Okay, there's this caravan from Latin America who's trying to illegally migrate to America. President Trump is fighting very hard to get those caravan, to prevent this caravan from entering America, and I support that 100%. Okay, you cannot come to this country illegally. All right, you don't speak the language. We don't know who you are. You could be, yeah, they're mostly like neutral. Okay, probably just bell curve. Okay, but if you come to this country, you don't know anybody. You don't know the language. You don't have the job skill. Maybe you do have job skill, but why are you fleeing your country? Let's say you're in Mexico. Okay, there are good parts of Mexico and bad parts of Mexico. Just like any other country. Even in Washington D.C., there are ghettos, crime-ridden area in Washington D.C., where all these congressmen, senators, and President Trump and all the secretaries of departments, they are all in Washington D.C. But there's blind spot in Washington D.C. where there are a lot of crimes and criminals. They don't care. Okay, all these politicians. Well, maybe they do care, but they just don't know how to solve the problems. I do. Okay, the very first day of my presidency in January of 2021, hypothetically, I go to them. I'm not going after them. I go to them. We open a dialogue, conversation. We start a conversation, and we start picking up the trash, and we'll try to reintegrate them into the mainstream. We give them jobs. Okay, it will come out of my presidential salary. My presidential salary will be reduced to American, reduced and readjusted every year to American salary level. I don't need that much money. Yeah, it's kind of communist and socialist idea, but the difference is I'm doing it voluntarily. I'm going to donate. I'm going to readjust my presidential salary, and the rest of the money, the difference between the official presidential salary and the American average salary level that I'm going to get, the difference it will donate to create jobs for the ghetto, Washington D.C. ghetto people. We create jobs there. We're not going to give them money for free. No, they'll be working. Okay, education, you don't need education. You have internet, you can learn everything. Okay, so there's no job training. No, you learn it on your time. Okay, you start picking up the trash, and I give you money for it from my own paycheck. Okay, so we can start making big difference. We will start saving the world, right? So we're gonna broadcast this. We talked about this before, I think. There will be reality TV show like Alaskans in the White House. There will be reality TV shows. Okay, so clean up DC. Whatever reality TV shows, there will be advertisement revenue. We'll sell this footage not just in America but internationally. Okay, so money will start pouring in. Okay, we privatize this venture. Okay, whatever, money will come in. Okay, so we sell this footage. The president and his subordinates like secretaries, senators, congressmen. Yeah, we will start picking up trash in the Washington D.C. Okay, and then, hey, you guys, join us. Start picking up trash, then I will give you money. Okay, for that labor. Okay, do you have talent? Can you sing and dance? Okay, we'll make a reality TV show out of it. Competition, whatever. Okay, so every single city in the United States and in the world, they will follow our example. That's why I'm running for president in 2020. That's why you have to vote for me. Okay, so that I become your president in 2021. It can happen. I believe in miracles. Okay, some hope, faith, belief in miracles. Okay, that's what Americans used to have when they invented telephones, airplanes. They have this faith that if you work hard, it will work. Invention of light bulb, electricity, it's all religion. Okay, we have faith. The future is uncertain. We don't know if it's gonna work or not, but you have to believe that it does. Okay, this very something very. It's not logical. It's not rationality. It's religion. All right, faith, belief in God, in Jesus, or whoever. Okay, so okay, so we wanna readjust this x. Okay, this line, it used to include this bad element. So we want to modify our equation so that it excludes this bad guy. How do we do this? It's this. Okay? let's say for simplification, this bad guy x is right here, 5 comma 0. The old line number 1 used to include classify this x, bad guy x, as a good guy, but it turned out that this bad x 5 comma 0 is a bad guy. So we want to readjust our line so that we exclude this bad guy. We reclassify this 5 comma 0 as a bad guy. Okay? So how do we do this? If you remember, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Now, we are making x bigger by shifting this line toward the positive horizontal axis. We are making x bigger. Then should a, this coefficient for x, should it go up or down? X is going up from here, number 1 to number 2. X is going up. Should a go up or down in order to preserve the equality? I give you like 10 seconds. It's yin and yang, okay? Balance of the universe. X is going up, okay? So A should go down, right? That's the whole point of this neural network algorithm, okay? So ingenious, very smart. All we gotta do is this, okay? So here we have in the standardized form x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0, okay? Weight vector is this, okay? It's and it can be said as x1 plus y x2 minus 4 times x0 is equal to 1, okay? Now, x0 is always 1, okay? So, now, you have x1, x2, sorry, ordering really doesn't matter, okay? So x0, okay? Ordering doesn't matter, okay? So you have to give me a break, okay? I'm doing a lot. I'll do you a favor, okay? I'm gonna rewrite this. Minus 4x0 plus. So you have to write this in a vector form, the dot product. Because we are dealing with n-dimensional space, okay? So minus 4x0 and x0 is equal to 1, okay? I'm gonna write right here. So you have x0, x1, x2, dot product minus 4, 1, 1. That's the coefficient of these variables, okay? Is equal to dot product, you multiply, and you add them all together, okay? So x0 is equal to 1, okay? It's always 1. It's for convenience sake. Minus 4 times x0, which is 1, is equal to minus 4. x1 is x, y2 is x2, okay? So yeah, so that's equal to 0. Okay, so that's that. Now, the neural network is recursive, iterative, repetition. Okay, repetitive algorithm. Okay, so we had this initial equation, but it misclassified this bad guy 5.0. Now, we want to increase x, meaning we want to decrease a here. Okay, so the brand new weight, this is a double, this is equal to w1, I mean w0 weight, w0, w1, w2. It's called weight vector. This is a variable vector. Okay, dot product. Well, traditionally you'd write this in a horizontal way, so you can say this is a transposition. Okay, I'm just telling you that I know mathematics. Okay, I'm not some balloonies. If you know mathematics, yeah, you know that I know mathematics. I majored in computer science. Okay, of course I know mathematics. I have bachelor of science degree. I went to some Ivy League school in a PhD program. I dropped out, but I went to science high school, the so-called second best high school in Seoul, South Korea. Yeah, so you write this horizontally so that you know the matrix multiplication, dot product. Okay, forget about all the details. It doesn't matter. All right. So okay. So x is increasing, meaning to preserve the equality yin and yang, a, the coefficient for x, should decrease. Okay. So how much? By how much? Okay, well, this point is 5.0, so we'll just do this. Okay. Brand new weight, brand new equation for this line will be something like this. We have -4. Okay, we preserve that, but the weight, the coefficient for x1 used to be 1, but we have to decrease a, so let's just decrease by 5. And y used to be 1, and it's 5,0, so we just decrease by 0. Okay, so this guy, yeah, we decrease by 0. Something like that. Okay, this is a brand new weight vector 1. I mean 0, man, sorry, w0, w1, w2. This is a brand new weight vector. Okay, which is a weight vector w prime. Okay, you cannot quite see this, can you? I'm gonna parallel shift the whiteboard a little bit so that you can see it. Okay, so w vector, weight vector prime is equal to this w0 prime, w1 prime, w2 prime is equal to, we used to have original wave vector, let's say wave vector is a -4, 1, 1. Okay, and because you misclassified this bad guy as a good guy, now we are kicking him out. This is a punishment. That's why you are subtracting. Okay, this used to be criteria -4, 1, 1. Oh, how dare you misclassify this? How dare you include this bad guy as a good guy. You have to be punished. Okay, so tough love. So you have subtracting. Okay. Now this brand new wave vector would be minus 4. Minus 4 minus 0 is minus 4. And then minus 4, which is minus 1, plus 1 minus 5 is minus 4. 1 minus 0 is 0. 1. Okay. So this brand new equation would look like minus 4 minus 4x plus y is equal to 0. So y is equal to 4x plus 4. Okay? So we still have 4 here. But now it becomes something like this. Because it's a positive slope, and then since it has plus 4, okay? It's not quite going the kind of direction that I would hope for, okay? Did I make any mistake here? Oh man. Well, yeah, there's this eta coefficient where you don't exactly subtract this, but you subtract just a little bit of that. Okay, so I think that's what it is. Okay, eta element. Okay, so instead of subtracting 5, we subtract like 0.5. Okay, because eta, Greek word, is the rate of learning. You want to learn slowly. Okay, so let's say that is 0.1. So before you subtract something, you multiply by this. Okay, let's say it is 0.5. So now this becomes 1 minus 0.5, it becomes plus 0.5. Okay, so this equation becomes, instead of negative 0.5, this becomes 0.5. Then it becomes negative 0.5x plus 4. Okay, then this line becomes what would be the x intersection. So y is 0, 4 times that, okay, becomes 8. Okay, 8. So yeah, now why is this this guy is excluded? Okay, so that's the old. Actually, I kind of omitted this eta coefficient, but it's in the original neural network. So I tried to ignore it to make it simpler, but it turns out there is something essential. Okay. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, so we have 30 more minutes to get further into this goal of neural network. Okay, it's not simple. Neural network. I mean, it's not rocket scientist. It's just this. We are only dealing with a two-dimensional space, one-dimensional linear equation, but still, there are a lot to it. It's not that hard, but it's not that simple either. Okay, so we continue this effort after a break because we still have 30 more minutes because it's been 2 hours and a half, and this computer software of this recording max is like 3 hours. All right, so we have 30 more minutes, so we'll continue. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna erase all this and then we'll continue. I hope you're following me, and if not, well, just go back, study some basic algebra, and you'll catch up eventually. It's not that hard, alright? But if you already know mathematics and if you're enthusiastic about it, then if you don't hate me, then yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult to follow, okay? But let's exercise some diligence, and at the same time, do you like this necktie? It's one of those ties I bought, second hand uh, thrifty store, and it's brand new because many of the things they sell is brand new. Okay, it's like $3, $5, $4. Okay, I'm not rich. Okay, so okay, we continue. Okay, we continue. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Um, kind of drunk, so I gotta wrap this up because I gotta eat my dinner. Forgot to wear my glasses. Okay, so we're gonna erase the board once again, okay? Because I'm gonna give you some generic formula for neural network algorithm, okay? If it is hard to follow for you, don't worry, it's not your fault. It's just faulty education system. I mean, when I was in Korea, I complained about my Korean education system, but now I realize it was a good one. But if you're born and raised in America, went to American high school, it's not their fault. It's not your fault. They're just human beings, just like you and me. We are never perfect. You know, teachers, they try, okay? It's just that they are not me. They did not have good leader because I'm not the president. Presidents, past president, yeah, well, they're human being too, okay? So we cannot quite put all the blames to the presidents. No. They are human beings, okay? Just like us. We should help each other, okay? Stop blaming President Trump, President Obama. They did the best they could, okay? We are just human beings. We all, the president or not. So we are faulty, okay? So let's forgive. Let's just think about the future, okay? Have some hope, faith, belief that we can do better, right? So that's the whole point of this, okay? So I should stop drinking. I'm so drunk. We gotta finish this, okay? Neural network is this, okay? Let's say there's a line, okay? Good guys, bad guys, okay? You misclassify a bad guy as a good guy, so you wanna do better, okay? If you have misclassified a bad guy as a good guy, then you have to punish, exclude this bad guy, and come up with a brand new equation that would exclude this bad guy, reclassify this bad guy as a bad guy. So, W prime, the brand new weight vector, is equal to W, the original weight vector, minus this bad guy. We'll say it's bad guy. Okay. That's one half of the story. But what if you misclassify good guy as a bad guy? It's symmetrical, okay? This is why we need multiple colors. You're gonna have to erase, alright, sorry. You can always rewind back. We have this digital technology of rewinding on tip of your finger as one click. Okay, use it. Let's say there are all these good guys, bad guys, bad guys. You misclassified a good guy as a bad guy. Then you have to readjust this borderline so that you include, not exclude, but include good guy as a good guy. Then it's this W prime, the next weight vector, should be equal to original weight vector plus the coordinate of this good guy. Good guy. Okay, because x is going down, right? X is going down, meaning the coefficient, this weight vector, should go up in order to preserve the integrity of equation, equal sign. Okay. Okay. By how much? By this much times eta. We don't want to learn too quick. We want to learn. We don't want to radically change this slope too much. We want to do it just a little bit. Okay, so time multiplied by eta. This Greek character for e, eta. Okay, eta typically is less than 1, more than 0. Okay, so it's between 1 and 0. We picked last time as 0.1. We're going to adjust a little bit, okay? It's a learning rate, okay? We don't want to make radical changes. Politics, okay? We do not want to make radical changes. I talk about getting rid of schools, getting rid of things, but no, I'm not going to do it. I'll just talk about it, the eventual goal, but we'll make tiny, itty bitty little changes one at a time, just a little bit, so that we don't hurt anyone. And Jesus talked about this too. Jesus talked about this parable. I mean, pastors, they don't talk about this much because they don't understand. Because God, well, pastors, they are doing fine job. Teachers, they are doing fine job. Politicians, they are doing okay jobs. CEOs, they are doing okay jobs. Okay, but they are not me. In my own belief, I'm a prophet from God. Okay, so all these people like Pope Francis, President Trump, big time CEOs like Warren Buffett, or congressmen, senators, governors, they are all like small people compared to me. Okay, I'm a big prophet. Those guys are very minor, small prophets. They could be good, they could be bad, or maybe they're one person who have some goods and bads, just like anyone else. Okay, but they're small compared to me, in my arrogant opinion. Okay, so I'm a big prophet, in my opinion. That's why I'm more demanding. Okay. Yeah, we all do the best we can. Okay, so but yeah, even if I become the president, there's this fruit fly again. Oh, it's sitting right on this light pole. This is my lamp. I wonder if I can kill it. Flew away. Maybe next time. Okay. Okay. So, well, I guess I'm a very small prophet, caring about killing this small fruit fly. whatever, okay? So that's the point. We picked x, increasing x, decreasing x, x coefficient going the other way. But if it if it were y, exact same way. Okay, so that's why adding or subtracting this extraneous misclassified element is the right way to go. Okay, so that's the justification for this neural network algorithm. Okay, we will stop here. Okay, if you don't understand, don't worry about it. Just study geometric algebra. Just go little by little, step by step, one step at a time. Okay, we make social changes. We don't want to make revolution, no. One step at a time. Okay, so yeah, and we're gonna fold up our discussion right here because it's getting old, it's getting boring. Okay, so if you know mathematics, if you understand what I'm saying here, yeah, teach other people, share it with your brothers and sisters. But we are not going to talk about neural network anymore because this is basic idea. So, bad guy misclassified, we want to exclude them, we subtract it. So good guy, we want to include that person, we give some award. We turn to, hey, we be nice to them. Come join our club. You're a nice guy. We want you. Okay. Give some award, bribe. Okay, so that this good person become one of us. If you're a bad person, we want to exclude them. So punish them, kick them out. Okay, that's why we subtract it. If you're a good person, yeah, we want to include, yeah, bribe him, give him some sweets, so that he become one of our member, okay, of our club. Okay, so there's a humanological analogy there. All right, in neural network, and that's it. We're not going to talk about neural network anymore. Okay, because if you know mathematics, neural network, try to find some meaning to it. Okay, and teach other people. Try to understand this reasoning. If you don't know about it, go back, one step at a time. Okay, try to understand. Okay, all right, it's been almost 3 hours. Okay, thank you. Good night. Bye. I gotta have my dinner. Goodbye. I gotta go to work tomorrow, Friday. I need to get some rest, and you get some rest. Okay, bye.